Hello, my dear ones, and today I'm gonna talk about a very famous topic that's going on around the world lately, and we probably hear a lot, and we everywhere we go, like pretty much any topic is about our world became a terrible place. Everything is horrible in the world, and economic, financial is terrible. Let me tell you this, okay? I will bring you an example. 20th century world did not become the worst place ever. It's been always like this. But before, we didn't have social media, we didn't have media at all, and there wasn't a lot of movement around the world before. So people did not travel so they can tell each other what's going on in their country. Exactly at the same time in 20th century when we had pandemic with COVID, people had pandemic with Spanish influenza. The same amount of people died. Everything was the same with jabs and all that stuff. Everything. Okay. So and right after pandemic, so we had war, right, in Eastern Europe, and in 20th century they started World One. Okay. So if you know that, and last year they started a second one, right, in Middle East. So in 20th century, after a few years, World War One was over, they started World War Two. And even though everyone complaining that financial situation in the entire world is horrible, in 20th century, and believe me, it's not just from history I read, I was raised by my grandparents who went through World War II, who were born after World War One. They went through all of this. They went through this war and survived. Almost whole planet was dying from hunger in 20th century. So financial situation of our planet was billion times worse. But because there was no social media, not a lot of movement and traveling from one country to another, and not a lot of people had TVs even in 20th century, only richest one could afford it. That's why people didn't know so much. Now life did not get the worse in our planet. All the secrets got revealed, and people stop being blind. Everyone woke up. And I don't want to make this video too long because in TikTok we cannot have a longer video. I will make a separate video. A lot of people know how to resolve this problem, okay? A lot of people awakened, including myself. And I just here want to tell you that this is not the worst time in our planet. It was worse, even way worse before. It just we figure out all the bullshit that those people who rule this world are always doing the same thing over and over again. And that's why nothing is changing, because from century to century the same families ruling our planet and nothing is changing. I'm not conspiracy theorist. It's just I do always my own research. I talk to people who lived through World War One, World War Two, and I have my own mind and very strong intuition. And I said I did my own research, and I traveled the world a lot. Okay, so no, now this is not the worst times. It just we all waking up, and we can see who is who and who is doing all of this, and we can see that finally something is not right in our planet. We just all waking up, okay? We were asleep pretty much. And now, due to social media, due to so much movement and traveling, now we know all the bullshit that those people, I don't know names there, like last names and all that stuff. I'm sure you know which families I'm talking about. They're very powerful, yes. But I'm just letting you know that it's not the worst time we live in. in 20th centuries and even before, people used to have way more lives. Poverty was even worse. Life was way more difficult. Okay, and even fakely created pandemics were like way horrible, and way more people passed away from them. I studied history a lot myself, not from Google, not from online, because history gets changed a lot if you do research and all that stuff in this kind of platform. So you have to know where to find a real history. Okay, I love you. See you in my next video.